All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of For the Most Part podcast. This week's episode is very exciting because I have a guest. Um, all the way you're from Cairo, right?
Alexandria.
Yeah. Wow. Um, I've been to Egypt all of I think once, and it was worth the experience. But nonetheless, we have Moustafa Taco. I'm saying
Hi.
your name correctly.
Yep.
Awesome, awesome. He's joining us this week. He's gonna tell us a little bit about himself, tell us about, what he's been doing. And and he's into the music. So tell us a little bit about your background, how you got into music and you know, what we can expect from you.
Well, I started doing music back in 2018, like
Nice.
officially releasing stuff, and I've been singing for 12 years now. But like
Nice.
working officially as releasing original music and writing my own music is it was different for me because like I started to get into the business and see all these different situations and how we start doing a song from zero till
Mm,
100. And it's a really great experience. Like music is magic. You start writing the first line and then you end up doing this whole song. And whatever the genre is, at the end of the day you feel like you did something, even if it's not
mm,
that good of a song, but you feel
right.
like, did I do that? Like, did I actually do that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you see other people reactions. Some people take it positively, like it's a nice song, and some people be like, nah man, you could have done better. But at the same time you feel like there's always something to do. Like there is no perfection, but there's always something that you could put into it to change the whole thing, like minor and major and stuff. I started figuring out that there is like major and minor. Major is for sad type of music and minor is for happy. And
Mm,
that music theory was like, and it's kind of a fact, more into a fact. I was like, wow, this is really big. It's more information
right.
and it's so detailed. Like you feel like it's really magic. It's not just music. So yeah,
Mm.
that's where I started writing and doing mixing, learning to mix and mastering, and recording my own music. And it was a really nice experience and still going.
Mm. Nice, nice. So what kind of music do you do? Because I took a look at your YouTube channel and you have different things going on. So tell me a little bit about that. Yeah.
Well, I've been doing at the beginning of my work, at the beginning of music and everything. I've been doing electro, and
Mm.
then I started to go to pop a little bit. And I can't forget, one of my friends was like, you have more vocal ability, please make that show up in your music. Because I feel like I also noticed this, like people telling me that when I do cover songs it's more better than doing originals, because I show
Mm.
more of my voice into it. I do electro. It's not about the voice only, it's about the background track and everything, the music
Right.
itself. But like making like a cover to Adele or someone out there, it's way better because it shows you your voice, high notes and low notes and stuff. And it's more into like performance, not just music
Mm.
and dancing, which
Yeah.
what I do is music and dancing, electro music, pop dance, stuff like that. So I started to do some piano chords and stuff, and I was like, let's make something that has vocals,
Right.
not necessarily high notes, but like let's put some passion into it, feelings and notes there, up and down there, so we could do something like a little bit smooth and shows my vocals a little bit more. But sometimes you don't have this ability to like do something with your own mind, because business sometimes
Mm.
tells you, you should do this, you should do that, which is I don't mind doing this as long as it's in music. I don't mind. I love all the genres. And lately I've been doing experimental. So like last year I released a single called What You Want From Me. It was rock pop. So I was like trying new genre,
Right.
and I felt like, oh my god, I'm trying something new, and that was it. Like last year, there was a lot of rock music out there.
Mm.
Rock
Mm.
is coming back, and I felt like I need to put my own touch into it. You know?
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you, like, so what are the popular genres, and have you noticed like a trend in specific types of music, especially where you're from, and the reception of that, like,
Yeah.
because your following is huge, so people are taking in these different types of music and that kind of thing. So what is your perspective on that?
Well, doing experimental music for like last year I released a single, and this year I released Luciento, which is Latin pop, and
Yeah.
it's way different. And people were like, "Y- at rock you were much better." Some other people were like, "I love your Latin side." Some other people were like, "Go back to electro, man." I missed this. So and at the end of the day, I was like, I just gotta do something different.
Mm.
I'm not gonna keep doing something for the rest of my life.
Right.
You will get bored, and I will get bored. I will never get bored of music, but like at the end of the day, we need to do something different. Like there's a lot of songs out there. Like I feel like everyone is doing music right now,
Mm.
so we need to do something different. Egypt, as well. There is not that much of people who's doing Spanish original. That's why I was like, I took a 1 year break from music, and I'm coming back with a Spanish single, English
Mm.
Spanish. So let's do something different. We need to make like something that people could listen to and feel this is new. I didn't see this happen a lot in my country. So
Right.
that's what I
Right.
was shooting.
Wow. So talk a bit about some of the singles that you would have released, and that whole process, and then we get to that gap, and then when we get there, we'll cross that bridge. But talk about the releases, the stylings. What was the studio hours like, the creative process, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I've been around a lot of studios here in Alexandria. I didn't leave Alexandria that much. Lately,
Right.
I've been going to Cairo and back to Alexandria and stuff like that. That's all I've been doing. Just trying to figure out what other opportunities I'm missing. And, there's a lot of opportunities at Cairo more than here, especially for me doing English music, which in an Arabic country,
Yeah.
it's way different. Not everyone do listen to English here, but like there is a fan base, but not that big,
That many. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like facing a lot of hard times doing music
Mm.
and writing and mixing and recording, but like at the end of the day, people overseas do listen to it, and I can't see these people face to face, which is making me feel like I need to go on tour or stuff, but I don't have that much money to do that because it
Right.
needs a lot of money, and you need to be really rich to do it. So yeah, that needs time, and that will take a lot of effort, but I'm still not ready to do it yet. At the same time, I did go on stage way too many times here, and it's a really nice experience. And doing recording something in the studio where nobody have heard, and then releasing it and singing it on the stage in front of like hundreds of people, it's a really undescribable feeling that
Mm.
nobody would ever feel unless you're doing it, which
Mm.
is weird and exciting at the same time. So yeah, that's the experience of doing a song and just releasing it.
Well, I could relate because I do my own sort of like recordings and mixing and mastering and that kind of thing. And I've never done really songs in another language. So I can't relate on that aspect in particular. But I can relate in terms of like crowd reception, people enjoying you do like particular popular songs or that kind of thing. So yeah, I totally get it. Now, one question. Would you say that there's an industry in Alexandria, and by extension Egypt, or what is the focus of the industry, and what would you like to change?
All right, well, music industry in Egypt, as a general, that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing that much of like trying experimental new styles as well.
Right.
um, we're having trap music all of a sudden here in Egypt. It's trending right now most of the time, and it's literally trending 24 hours trap music, which wasn't in Egypt 2 years or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we have that type of music which is anybody can do, which is called like, I don't know what should I call it, but they call it here Maharganat, which is that type of music that only just a lot of autotune and drums, and locally people just play it, just locally.
Right.
That's all. And I feel like it's not that much of a thing. Like
Mm.
everyone can do this type of music, but like trap, it's different, and I actually do enjoy the and R&B. That's new in Egypt as well. R&B
Now,
music.
now, on that note, now, what I've been looking at in terms of like my podcast recently, especially as we got into season 5, in Trinidad and Tobago, especially by extension the Caribbean and maybe the United States, Afrobeats is a thing that has basically taken over. Trap music was it up until maybe January, February. Throw that out the window. It's Afrobeats now. What is it like out
Yeah.
there? Because, as you said, trap is a thing in Egypt, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know. Is Afrobeats coming up to take over the scene?
Yep.
Educators.
Yep. Let me tell you something. Yesterday I was in the studio. I was working with two rappers, and it's been a long time I didn't do a collaboration with other artists. So like
Right.
I was so excited, and we did that Afrobeat. We actually did that. And
Wow.
yeah, I was writing into it, and it took me 2 minutes to write a whole verse and a chorus, and I was so freaking excited to record it, but we didn't record it yet. So
Wow.
yeah, I can tell that Afrobeat is going to be it for this year, the end of the year,
Mm,
at the end of the day.
right.
It's taking over.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, in Trinidad and Tobago, it's like soca, calypso, hip hop, R&B, but Afrobeats just came, took over,
Yeah,
and that's it. Well, that's my opinion, anyways.
yeah.
Do you think it's like competition for you, or or as you said, you've started writing an Afrobeat song? Can you see yourself going in that direction at all, or it's just experiment, doing the different genres as you said before?
Well, music is all about trying different things and trying to explore what's gonna come up if we did this. What if we did that? And
Yeah.
what's gonna happen? And we listen to our vocals in a different ways, and feel like I love this style. It fits me. I feel comfortable doing it on stage.
Mm,
Afrobeat didn't take over Egypt yet. It's
right.
still like we can count the songs that are out there as an Afrobeat in Egypt. It's not that much of a competition. Out there
Interesting.
overseas, it's taking over already. Like a lot of songs, which is one of my favorite songs, Love Nuantiti and
Yes.
CK.
Yeah.
I did cover that song about 5 times on TikTok. Like I just can't stop doing it. I even did my own mix and master for it just to listen to it myself. I didn't
Wow.
even release it because of copyright and stuff. I don't have the right to do it. So
Yeah.
I just love being in the studio and working on figuring out what if I do this, what if I do that,
Mm,
how is it going to sound, and it's all about loving what you do, because like as long as you love doing music, you don't care about the haters, you don't care about anything, you don't care about like being a
so
success or
true.
being a big failure. It's just about you enjoying the moment, that's
Yep.
all.
Yep. I agree with you, and I can relate to that because at the end of the day, these are the people that are around you. The most that they're going to affect is one or two listenerships. Like that's one follower up or one follower minus.
Hmm.
Other than that, you're gonna still keep doing what you're gonna be doing. So, I, yeah, I agree with you there. Um,
Yep.
so one question that I did have is, what can we expect from you coming out like in the next month, 2 months, to a year? Can we see you outside of Alexandria? Could we see you in like England, touring the world? What's going on there?
Oh my god,
Talk to
that
us
would
here.
be amazing. Oh my god, let me tell you this. Um, this year particularly, I've been out of Alexandria for like a little bit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I went to a lot of different areas in Egypt that I've never been to before. I traveled a lot around Egypt, which is not for music and not for career, not for anything, just for exploring and enjoying the
Right.
nature, taking pictures, and not even posting it, which is like weird. I feel like I have a lot of photos in my phone, which is really good, but I didn't even post them yet.
Right.
So I feel
Right.
like I'm just doing this for myself, not for social media as well, and enjoying the moment.
Mm.
Trying to get inspired to do something more musically and or career wise. And at the same time, I'm at the last year. I'm senior year now. I'm waiting for this to pass so I could just graduate and go out of Egypt. Let's explore the world, not just
Mm.
Egypt. Let's just go out there and see how music is out there, how's artists. Let's just meet and maybe England, maybe the United States, maybe anywhere. I don't mind, you know, like I just want to go to explore other places that I've never been to before and see the experience and even meet a local artist there wherever I'm
Mm.
going. That's gonna be a lot of a whole different thing for me. Let's just open our minds and see what are we gonna come up with as a music and as two human beings trying to do a melody. It is a magic.
I think I
I'm
think
not.
you're talking to me now because let's collab. I'm just gonna just this is aside from this podcast right now. This is aside from this interview. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but I read in your bio that you're a guitarist. Now, people on this podcast know me as a multi instrumentalist, but I'm going to tell you directly,
Mhm.
my trade that people know me for is being a guitarist. So we have a
Nice.
lot in yes.
Yeah,
That's my first instrument. Everything else comes after.
here we go.
That's that. My guitar is upstairs somewhere, hanging up right now.
Yeah,
But definitely we need to have a conversation outside of this podcast. I think
sure.
that there's something that can be done. Um, and again, I've always said that the purpose of this podcast has always been about connecting people, yes, locally, and yes, bringing out the artists, but it's also giving you all a platform to do your stuff too. And this is an opportunity, maybe not necessarily with me, but you can connect with some of the artists down here and collab and do something
Yes.
great. You know, so where can the people find you? Tell them about your socials. You know, the releases are coming up. We'll drop some links in the description, of course, but plug away.
Well, about my socials, I'm not that much active on Instagram lately because I've been dealing with a lot of pressure around my life in general, like
Right.
some family issues. Trying to just chill a little bit, take off social media a little bit, just checking on it here and there. But at the same time, I feel like I need to focus more on my life and my mental health.
Mm.
And at the same time, I feel like TikTok, I've been active there a little bit just because the only reason why on TikTok, because it's just for fun. It's like 15-second video or 1 minute video or something. And you feel like you're just doing it not for anybody, you're just doing it for fun. Like you do this dance, either you do it right or
Yeah.
wrong, just for fun. Like people will be like scrolling around and they'll be like, oh, nice, I'm gonna follow that guy. No, I'm not gonna follow. What the hell is he doing? Whatever. Let's just keep scrolling. It's just for fun. So that's why I be there. There is no that much of judgment. Um, People who judge are everywhere, but like on TikTok, I don't feel like it's necessarily to judge me because this is an app called TikTok. It's just
Yeah.
for fun. So
Yeah.
what's the whole point of judgmental thing here? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, yeah, that's my social media. For my releases, I'm gonna be releasing that Afrobeat song that I've been working on yesterday with two other rappers. He One of them is called Anan, and the other one is called Safe. And we might do a music video for it as well.
Nice.
We are in a hurry to do it, and I think it's gonna be right after Halloween. Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
so
Nice.
that
Nice.
might
Nice.
be
Nice.
next month or so. So yeah.
Awesome. Who are some of the collaborations that you're looking forward to doing? As well as the ones that you would have done. You know, just hail the people because you would have worked with several different producers, engineers, rap artists, other artists as well, creators, musicians. Just let
Oh,
us know.
yeah. Most probably, I look into people that are not that famous because I feel like these top major people might listen to my music, but I don't think that they would be like, "Hey, let's collab," because like
Yeah, fair point.
business wise, I don't feel like it's gonna be like that right for them. The only
Mm,
reason why they would do something with me, the that will only be like personal, like if we are just friends or we did talk, we did chit chat before or something, they would be like, hey, I might do a collaboration with you. That would be the only reason why major people would do something like that. But
right.
what I look into is people who have like couple thousand followers, 100 followers, 100,000 followers. I don't care. Like as long as I love your music and you do love my music, we would come up with an idea and we would do something that we both love.
Nice.
So yeah, maybe as a couple of names, maybe Fletcher, which is big. That's one of the biggest artists that I could think of as a
Mm,
major. Maybe one of the major artists, BB Rexa. That's a major
yeah.
artist. I would love to do a collaboration with maybe I don't know, James Arthur, and that's London. Maybe one of the major, which is one of my idols, and I don't see this happening anytime soon because it's really big. Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, she's good.
I
She's not
love
just good,
her.
but she's good, good. She's
Yeah,
good, good. Yeah.
she's one of my idol. Like, sheesh, whoa. um, any other smaller artist? I don't have specific names in my mind, but if you're hearing this, I'm up to do anything for real,
Nice,
as long
nice,
as we do something that we both love. I'm down for it.
awesome.
Period.
Guys, you all heard it here. Moustafa Taco. He's interested in collabing. As I said before, Moustafa, we after this we're gonna be on WhatsApp
I'm
having a
down for
talk.
it.
You
Let's
know what
do
I'm
it.
saying? I'll send you some stuff that I would have done, some stuff that I would have produced and engineered, and ideas that I've had in the back pocket for like forever. I don't have. So now that I
That's your sign.
found,
Let's do it now.
it's a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign. I always believe in signs, and this is a big one. Nonetheless, guys, I mean that's it for this week's episode. Mustafa, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. Especially listen, guys, we're on I think a 7 hour time difference right now, and I told him privately the last time I had to calculate a time difference was when I lived in Azerbaijan, and I was like moons ago. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us on the podcast. Um, that's it. He's dropped all of his stuff. He shared where he can, maybe we can find him. So we will also drop a link in the description below. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and we shall see y'all and we shall hear y'all on the next one. Peace out, guys.
Thank you guys.